to be fair, Selfless have had a few times where they've been able to take some rounds, or some maps of some of the stronger teams in the competition. So I wouldn't be particularly surprised to see a 1-1 come out here, but I think 2-0 for NRG might be the one that we'd be setting our sights on.
Well, NRG having a great start here on Selfless's map, and Peter once again showing some strength there on the SMG this time around. He found 3 that round. NRG going to lose 2. Tabson and Peter both went down, but overall they should be pretty happy with that anti-eco. Nice and quick, easily done. No real damage.
Yeah, Peter's got the AWP in his hands now here for NRG, so that'll be important for them. But similarly, Selfless have got the AWP onto the hands of Nifty, so I don't know, maybe we'll see a bit of a mid-fight come out here. Let's see if Nifty's actually going to challenge. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, and no one gets tagged on the cross either, so not a bad result in the end there for Selfless. NRG quickly out into long. They'll stop a guy behind Blue Crate, but for now, no one has really contested from Selfless. That smoke just forcing them to back off.
Yeah, they sent a few forward, had to drop back now onto the A site. NRG here just deciding which way they want to push. They've managed to send Lagia all the way down to down into pit there, so he'll be ready to work down long A if he wants to. At the moment, though, we can see that they've already sent Fugly as well up into upper dark. He's going to push his way back down, and we can see quite a push coming out into uppers from Selfless as well over towards his B site. So they'll be getting a lot of information there. They'll now know that there should be no one up in uppers at all, and A side is perhaps the side of choice for the moment.
Yeah, it could well be. I mean, having that player down in the pit over on long for NRG, of course, is going to give them a little bit of control in that direction. And it does seem like they're going to be heading up that direction. There's going to be a flash thrown over to the A-bomb side as these two guys head up short. So Gobby is going to find one on the entry. Tabson does get the other. It was a trade out, but in the end, a 2-for-1 in the favor of NRG. They'll be getting into that A-bomb site. But having said that, no one finds one. Legia, though, doing some good work. Coming in from long, is going to find 2. Looking for the third now onto Caboose, who is the only survivor at the moment for Selfless. He will be able to take down Fugly, but that gives away his position, and Legia with a nice, easy clean-up. And 3 for the round. Again, another one on the board for NRG. It was somewhat expensive, but they're not going to be too bothered by that because they have a decent economy built up. They'll be able to save that AWP into this round as well. So overall, good stuff coming out from the Terrorist side so far.
Yeah, NRG sitting on a little bit of cash already coming into this round. Look at that Gobby sitting up there, $11,000 right now. And he should... look at that, he's going to spend it on a UMP, so he'll be saving plenty of money, expecting his opponents not to have too much. Only 3 of them buying armor. Nifty finding that scout, but he's already down to 34 HP, playing in mid. Will he find someone? No, he won't. He has to drop back. That's a nice tag through the smoke, but still plenty of work to be done here. Holding back in mid is NRG, and still 5 players alive for both teams as they push out towards that short A region.
Yeah, definitely a lot of work still in this round to come for Selfless. They've started off well, Nifty on 34 HP, but he's managed to do a little bit of damage over to Tabson, so maybe someone can clean that up, get that AK in the hands, and see where they go from there. But really, at the moment, it's definitely looking like NRG poised to take another round here. Those Selfless have given themselves a decent opportunity. Let's see what Nifty can do with that scout, and really not a whole lot holding on that corner towards long. And now, once again, NRG are going to get into that A-bomb site without really too much of a contest. The bomb's going to go down quite safely. It's really down to these Deagles and the 5-7s now of Selfless, and Brez coming in from long hasn't had much luck in that respect. Legia should be able to find Caboose as well.
Yeah, Legia in a good spot there. Caboose going to go down. He might find one more player down towards mid as well. Peter gets Brez, and Fully going to get picked up there by Mitch. It's now 2 on 4. And look at this, Peter with the knife straight through. Easy peasy. No one goes down.
Cash.
Yeah, always good, always good. NRG out to a 5-0 lead here on Dust2. They started T-side. It was Selfless Gaming's map choice as well. So if they can get a good T-side lead, it should put them in good stead heading into halftime.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a great start here from Peter, sitting on 10 kills after just 5 rounds, and he's going to grab himself another one. Mitch going down on the cross, but yeah, he got 6 in the first couple of rounds off the pistol and off the anti-ecos, but it's definitely been, I guess, fragging as well in the regular rifle rounds here for NRG. So it's been a good start for him in particular, but across the board, NRG are looking quite good in this one. They're making their way back up towards the A-bomb side. It's down to Brez. He'll find one, and he looks for a second here, but the spray down is not quite there. Fugly will respond and punishes him for perhaps that small mistake. It's now 3 versus 2, in the favor of NRG.
Yeah, it wasn't even a bad pop flash either. He managed to find one. The second was just a little bit too much to ask for him as the bomb plant goes down on the A site with 2 players left here for Selfless. We can see no one coming up ramp, and he might get found out. A bit of damage coming down for Legea, and Caboose now will push out as well. Fire through the smoke, actually finds Tabson. He's the last one left for his team. Lots of work for him to do. Fugly ready with this Molotov. It goes away now onto the site, and that might prove just too much here for Caboose. Legea picks him up, and another round win coming over to NRG. We take a look at the money here for Selfless. They're at the full stack of losers round bonus as well, and that'll put most of them above the $3,500 mark. This round, though, looks like they'll find a few pistols. No one going to buy himself some armor. Looks like most of them now, all of them except for, I was going to say all of them except for Brez, but he picks it up as well. So pistol armor is the buy for Selfless.
Yeah, just trying to get a little bit of extra cash into the next round here, but give themselves some sort of an opportunity in this one as well as Selfless. And really now is the time when they have to start turning things around here, because if NRG get more than, say, 7 or 8 rounds on this T side, things are going to look a little bit dangerous for Selfless, and it does seem like it's heading that way, at least towards 7 for the moment, unless Brez, who's collected that AK off Tabson, can come up with something huge here. And he started off well, does take down God B. It's now a 3 versus 3, but again, the bomb planted on the A site for NRG, and so far we haven't seen Selfless actually perform a good execute to retake the bomb site. Once again, they've put themselves in a tough position here.
Yeah, they have Legea going to find Mitch very, very quickly. And Brez does find Fugly, but now he's the last one left on 1 HP, and that will be the end of that. Look, they went pistol armor. They got a little bit of damage down, picked up 3 players for NRG, but really, since they're 7-0 up here, Elfish Guy, money isn't as much of an issue as it could have been. They haven't lost too many players in general during a lot of these rounds. It's not like they've been going down to their last player time and time again and are struggling for money. We can see the AWP coming up for Peter once again. Selfless Gaming looking like they're just deciding right now what they want to do with this. They've got plenty of money to work with, but it's just a matter of how they want to play this out.
Yeah, I mean, they could put an AWP again into the hands of Nifty, but to be honest, the AWP hasn't been all that effective here for Selfless. So, I mean, I wouldn't even mind seeing just a 5 rifle setup just to change things up here. No one seems to be able to really counteract Peter at the moment either. He's been looking fantastic with that AWP for NRG. So,
and when you say no one, you don't mean no one.
No, I don't mean no one.
There is not a single person who has been able to counteract Peter right now.
That's probably going to get us a couple of times this series, to be fair. But none of the players on Selfless have been able to counteract Peter. So he's definitely looking strong. There is, in the end, going to be an AWP going over to Nifty. So we'll see if he can come back into this first half. But definitely something for Selfless is going to have to give here. Someone is going to have a big round and give them a little bit of momentum heading into this, because at the moment, NRG have looked sublime. They haven't dropped a single round. They haven't looked like they were going to drop a single round. And at the moment, they're just walking all over Selfless.
They certainly are. And we can see that Peter already on 11 frags after 7 rounds. A lot of those came in the first few rounds from the Scout. Actually quite impressive on the Scout. He was there with the MAC-10 as well. Got a few frags with the MAC-10. And really starting to pad the stats, to be perfectly honest. But as you say, Selfless here, it's their map choice. They need to come up with something if they want to take on NRG today. And NRG would love to make it 8 wins, 4 losses heading into next week as well. So if they can pick up 2, that will be a good start for their season. I suppose 5th spot already for them. Just will cement themselves up towards the top of the pack.
Yeah,
they can get that.
They haven't been doing too badly for themselves, of course. I mean, they've taken out Echo Fox, they've beaten Winter Fox, they've beaten E United. So obviously none of these guys the top of the North American scene at the moment.
So they're good against foxes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, apparently.
And maybe lions. Maybe they're just good against animals in general.
Well,
like,
E United's not an animal.
Right. It's true, but that could be the outlier here, Elfish Guy. We'll follow Tabson out. We can see a triple stack once again pushing far forward for Selfless on A-Long, and they're going to play around the outside of this smoke. There's someone there at the moment, and they will actually find Tabson in the end. So first time in a while that they're up here. Now 2 players up as well, as no one pushes forward and picks up Peter.
But now the Selfless guys have just got to scramble back into that B-bomb site, because there is an onslaught coming from mid, and it's Fugly leading the charge, finding only 1 for NRG at the moment. There's been a couple of frags going the way of Selfless, although Fugly, he has managed to gain control of this B-bomb site. He should be able to get the bomb down as well if he's quick. So there'll be at least something coming out of this round for NRG, and Well, I mean, if Fugly can clutch this one out, then that's going to be it for Selfless,
Well,
really. But,
that would be the ace then as well, but they're
it is
all
a
coming
tough
from the
ask.
same direction. And a little bit too much to ask. Finally, Selfless finds a round here, Elfish Guy. They're going to get 1 point on the board. NRG should be still sitting on plenty of cash to work with. We'll soon find out just how pretty they're looking. But Selfless, you know, if they could win the remaining rounds here in this half, Elfish Guy, that would probably put them in an okay position. Just another, you know, few to go.
Yeah, well, just a few, as you say, and obviously it's going to be an uphill battle. NRG are going to be able to buy into this one once again, and it did seem like Selfless obviously had a bit of a talk there and recognized some of the positions that maybe NRG were pushing into. They got 2 very early frags there, and just off the back of knowing the positions that NRG were going to be in, and well, this time if NRG change up their positions, maybe head in a different direction, they might be able to catch Selfless off guard once again and just perhaps use that superior aim that they've been showing so far to get them another round.
Yeah, no quick long A push coming out from Selfless on defense this time. They will have a stack here in mid. However, that's Mitch. He's ready to go. He finds one. Go B goes down. Fugly gets Mitch. Oh, Caboose finds one. Tabson and Caboose both finding frags. And Caboose going huge this round. He's found 3 frags now. Legea, the last one left, and he has a ton of work to do. I think it's a little bit too much, perhaps, to ask of him here. But Selfless very, very quickly trying to pull themselves back into this game with what looks like a second round in a row coming out. That stack in mid worked well. And also we saw that Caboose had pushed up a very, very long way into short A, up against that smoke. And in the end found the frags.
Yeah, so another good follow-up from Selfless, although really 2 on the board is not enough. They need to continue this little streak that they've started going on here, and it just feels like within the next few rounds, NRG is going to be able to pick up 1 and put themselves into a good spot. But for now, Selfless have that momentum.
Yeah.
Just a slight bit, although NRG is still going to be feeling pretty good about this one. Looks like NRG will once again quickly heading out towards long. The smoke's going to keep them safe as they enter into that direction, though. They are going to need to find some frags here, and Tabson finds 1, spraying through the smoke. Is going to get the second as well. It's a good result in the end there for Tabson, and of course NRG 2 for 1. As they have gotten control of long now. But they rotate very quick from Selfless over to the A-bomb site. NRG might sniff this out and decide they might not want to head over to A, or they just might back themselves and head in there anyway.
NRG would love to win this round. If they lose it, they're probably going to be forced onto an eco here. So if they can bring this back, get a round win, and not lose too much in the process, that would be great. Mitch just sitting here on elevator out towards CT, ready to go. He's going to be held back by the smoke, fires through, throws a nade. Doesn't find anything, however. 3 players here for NRG up on the site. The Molotov comes out. Not sure if it lands exactly where they need it to, though. And the bomb plant should be going down shortly. There we go. Still 3 on 4. NRG with the player advantage. They've got the bomb down. We can see 1 coming through long A. 2 now in CT. Not great positions. If Nifty finds this frag, which he does, Tabson goes down. That'll help. No one needs to find this one onto Legea. And that would allow them to come around and pincer onto the site. But at the moment, he's holding down in pit, and it's going to make it very difficult. Yeah,
this is actually really tough for the CTs now. That time has been ticking away quite a lot. They do find the frags, though, and it is going to be the defuse coming out there from Nifty as well. So, again, another good round coming out from Selfless, and they only lose a couple of players, so their economy will start to build a little bit off this.
Yeah.
NRG just looking really shaky after that pause.
Yeah, Legea really needed to hold down in there, and pit. He was a little bit unlucky, perhaps. If he'd held that, maybe would have been able to save them out, play from long. Get those frags that they needed to, but a key round going over to Selfless, and as we can see, NRG actually going to be able to force up into this one with a little bit of pistol armor, but it's really not much of a buy. Economically, it's not looking good here for NRG, so they're going to have to change things up perhaps.
Yeah, Peter just opting for only that P250 so that if NRG do win this round, that they can pick up an AWP into his hands once again, which would be crucial. And, oh, God B, he had a good opportunity to find one there, but didn't manage to connect. Tabson in the end, the first one to get a frag for NRG, and it's a 2 for 2 trade. Although, not so bad for NRG. I mean, they're going to get the bomb down here. An M4 in the hands of Tabson. He can definitely do some work with that. And once again, it'll have to be a retake on that A-bomb site here from Selfless.
Yeah, a lot of work still to be done here by Selfless, and the bomb plan for short as well. So that's going to, well, to be fair, they're pushing from short. So if they're successful in it, they're actually in the right spot. Tabson in a great position to find 1-2. Almost gets the third when he swaps to the Deagle, but Nifty here on 2 HP up against Fugly at the back. Surely he can find him with his pistol, and he does. The Tech 9 going to take Nifty down and get a key round victory here for NRG. 8-3 now the score. Fugly, as you said, he only bought the P250 that allows him to buy into this round with that AWP.
Peter it was.
Peter,
yeah,
sorry.
Same. The result is the same. An AWP on the hands of NRG and, of course, in the hands of Peter here. He's actually been a little bit quiet in the last few rounds here. So
Did Fugly actually carry an AWP through, maybe?
Potentially.
I thought I saw it on his hands.
Maybe, yeah. If he had it at the start of this round, they would have dropped it for Peter. But regardless, an AWP on Peter is fantastic here for NRG. We saw him at the early stage of this map, really looking good with it. And of course, just after that pause, he fell off a little bit, missed a few shots. But we'll see if he can come back into this one and really put the pain on Selfless, who have got 3 rounds here, but again, up against the 8 of NRG, who are looking for a couple more. 3 is definitely not going to be enough.
Yeah, Selfless, we can see them pushing a very long way forward at long A up towards bedroom. We had Nifty there going forward at short onto the A side as well. He's going to get forced back first by Flash, and now in with a Molotov. Tabson trying to find his way in. But if maybe if he peeks just too much, Nifty might find him. He misses the shot, is forced to drop back down over towards ramp. Peter, however, he's got his AWP and he's just watching for the player over here. He ends up finding Mitch in the end, takes a bit of damage down to 18 life. And Noah now going to try and force him back with this nade. A nade would do the damage if it hit, but for now, not close enough.
Smoke coming down there in the upper tunnel as well. Peter would have been in a good spot to pick up that kill without actually taking any damage, but he unscoped at the wrong time. Still got the work done, though. And Godby is also going to take down Brez. A good push through this smoke, though, from No One. He's going to drop the bomb carrier there as well. Selfless now in a good position. No One can hold this one off. Just enough time for the rotators. And perhaps there's something in this one for CT. For the CTs.
Yeah, Godby holding in mid here. He wants to find Caboose. Fires through. Does pick him up straight through the timber there of the door. And now Nifty all by himself on this side of the map. He's got this AWP. He might find him, and he does. So now it's a 2-on-2. The bomb plant going down. They've got to take from mid into B and from upper dark as well. It's a big ask here for Selfless. If NRG can get this, maybe Selfless might be struggling with economy. We'll have to see. And Tabson going to find the frag there onto the AWPer. That leaves No One all on his lonesome. And now he finds a frag, but it's a 1-on-1. He's going to smoke, try and push onto the site. Heaps of work to do, though. Is he just going to go for the defuse? That's probably all he can do. 3, 2, 1. Through the smoke. He should get this. No, so close. NRG wins the round. Must have been down to the last second of defuse there. Having started with the kit.
Would have definitely been close there, but Tabson played it well. And in the end, it was going to be another round on the board for NRG. As you mentioned, the economy looking a little bit poor here for Selfless, and they'll have to eco into this round, which should probably result in 10 on the T side here for NRG, which would be great. And even with more potential to get a couple more. So NRG really at the moment looking very much in control of this map so far.
They certainly are. 9-3, a good score. And with this eco coming out from Selfless, 10-3, you would expect to be coming up very, very shortly. They're holding back, but Selfless are certainly not. They're going to push a long, long way forward into mid. Going to get caught out here by Tabson. He finds 2, won't get the 3rd. Nifty just sitting down in mid. Caboose going to find Godby as well, and that leaves No One all by himself once again. He's got the deagle, no armor, lots of work to do. But 2 frags isn't so bad coming out from this eco here for Selfless.
Yeah, although in saying that, it's been some good work from NRG. They haven't given a gun into the hands of Selfless, which in the positions they were dropped potentially could have happened. So definitely some good trading coming out from NRG in that round. And really, they'll be pretty happy with how that turned out. Only losing a couple of players. They have the economy to rebuy into this one as well. So NRG on that 10-round number. That's a fantastic result of the T side of Dust2, but definitely they want to make it a little bit more. Although they're going to have to go up against a buy here from Selfless. Let's see if Peter can get a kill on the cross here once again. That must be a profit. Or maybe he just does it quite
Maybe
often.
he's just quite good at getting that AWP shot from T into mid.
Yep.
I suspect that's more so the point.
Yeah, well, I mean...
The sun's going to rise tomorrow, Elfish guy.
Well, you don't know that. Let's hope it does, though.
Well, if it doesn't, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. No one will remember, mate. And Selfless, 4 players only left alive for them. We'll see only 1 on the B side, 1 down CT, 1 up on the A side, and 1 up behind Car. Selfless with plenty of time to work. Sorry, NRG with plenty of time to work with. They're going to push the bomb out towards Car Park, up into uppers here, and maybe this B side is where they want to go. It's not a bad idea. We can see that No One is sitting on the actual side itself, so up the back of the side, up the back towards platform is nice and free. If they push him, they might find a frag. easily done. Caboose does find Tabson, but only 3 players alive now for Selfless, and all of them down in CT spawn.
Yeah, not an easy situation here for Selfless. Yeah, I don't know if they can even go for this one. They've only got a couple of flashbangs to work with in that one smoke. So really, if Selfless are able to pull off this retake, it's going to be something of a miracle because NRG have got perfect post-plant positions. And really, for Selfless to get in here without getting all wrecked, basically, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. Let's see what Godby can do coming from behind.
Yeah.
He's in a fantastic position here. And, well, Selfless almost have no chance now that Godby's been able to pick up Caboose. Peter finds Brez. It's all down to Nifty in a 1 versus 4, and it's not going to be enough. He does get 2, but really, consolation prize at that stage. 11 again on the board now for NRG.
Last round of the first half here. NRG picking up 11 rounds so far. Can they make it 12? That would be an amazing first half score for them, starting on the T side, and it would put Selfless in a very, very difficult position heading into the second half. Of course, they're going to force into this one, but it's not much of a force, to be fair. Pistols, Armor, Scout. Nifty tries his hardest with this Scout from mid, but up against Peter with the AWP, surely you would expect him to lose. He's down to 32 HP through the door. Peter's taken damage as well, but Tabson pushes forward. Does he want to go through the smoke or not? No, decides not to. Legea finds one, finds 2. Mitch and no one both going down. The B site now open. Nifty pushing through from mid, and now he's the last one left alive for his team. NRG going to jump onto this A site, and they should also find the frag. That is halftime. NRG 12, Selfless Gaming 3. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
We are back live with the second half of our first match of match day number 14 of the North American division of ESL Pro League season number 4. NRG Esports up against Selfless Gaming, and right now NRG are up 12-3 on Selfless's map pick, and a difficult situation. Godby finds the first frag of the second half, picking up Caboose there. He's going to jump behind the boxes. Not a bad spot to be. They're all flashed out, but they still find him. Peter gets brazed, and now it's a 4-on-2 with Nifty and Mitch, the last 2 left alive here for Selfless.
Yeah, Peter was so good in the pistol round of the first half here for NRG, and he's looked good again here for NRG on the second half. Selfless now just relying on Mitch in that 1v4. He'll get one, but it's not going to be enough. Peter closing out his third for this round as well. And to be honest, I mean, across the board, Selfless have not looked all that impressive. They only picked up those 3 rounds in the first half here, and after losing that pistol, there's almost no chance of them coming back into this one now.
No, there really is not. They're going to spend a little bit of money this round. We can see Mitch onto the Scout, and no one going to pick up a Deagle with Armor. Caboose Tech 9 Armor, Braze Tech 9 Armor, Nifty the only one without any sort of actual weapon, but a lot of work to be done here up against NRG. They've gone SMGs, mainly. A Scout for them, 1 M4. So at least those UMPs and the M4 are going to have a little bit of damage up against these armored targets. For now, Selfless pushing into short A. The bomb, however, is up in upper dark. So if they do find their way through, they're going to have to swing it back around rather quickly. 2 on B for NRG, 3 over towards A. And Selfless, they want to decide which way they want to go. If they push through mid, it's currently open, but God be ready and waiting here with this UMP.
Yeah, it's a difficult task here for Selfless. Neither site it's going to be easy, especially considering none of them really have got any utility to work with. So it's just down to the raw aim. The Deagle's going to have to come up huge here for Selfless, and at the moment that's not happening. Fugly is going to find a couple of frags. And now just the remaining 3 for Selfless. Tabson should be able to find this one, and he does. Just a couple now here for Selfless, and really everywhere you look, NRG are just picking up some nice, easy frags.
Yeah, it feels like, at least in this game, NRG have been just that one level above Selfless.
Yeah.
They've won, obviously, the majority of the rounds. They've won the majority of the Angels, which then, of course, leads to winning the majority of the rounds. But just overall, it seemed easy. You walk in, you get the frag, you move on.
Yep.
Move and shoot, essentially. They've been doing it very, very successfully. Selfless, they're not going to have any money to spend, and now NRG 1 round away from getting those key 15 rounds that guarantees them at worst an overtime, but I suspect what is in reality a very quick victory. Selfless going to push quickly here into the top of Upper Dark, and Legea in a good spot. He's going to follow them out. He fires early. He picks up the bomb carrier, and no one's gone down as well to himself, so a little bit difficult there. Tabson on the side. He should find Mitch. He does. Easy peasy. 15-3 now the score. And they took maybe 30 damage across the board there for NRG.
Yeah, not a single gun lost for NRG, and they're just going to, looks like, save into this round, maybe upgrade a couple of those weapons. Let's see. No, actually a double AWP setup coming out.
What have they got to lose, Elfish Guy?
Yeah,
Let's just spend all our money.
They've got so much money to play with here. Godby will be taking away UMP, but really does feel like it should be a secure round for NRG, despite the fact that Selfless have bought into it. That smoke over towards the bedroom doors is going to really slow things down a little bit for Selfless, but here we go. Tabson is going to be able to take down Brez, and actually it was a Molotov, not a smoke, but regardless, achieved the same result. No one, though, is going to find one, and Caboose popping out into mid finds another, so perhaps there's something yet here for Selfless as they gain control of mid. The B-bomb site completely open as well. NRG, I don't know if they'll be too keen to go for a retake here.
Well, they've potentially got the money to work with, but I don't know. Well, they've got the rounds to work with at least, but in reality, it's probably not worth the effort if they can take 2 rifles, 1 AWP into the next round. Of course, they can still easily buy into it with the remaining 2 players, and this round looking like it should go over to Selfless. They're going to push up, maybe try and find these exit frags. They're all sitting in mid. Nifty in a good spot. Will they spot him out? There's one. Will he get the second? He does. Probably shouldn't get the third. In the end, he does, and Tabson finds a frag. But Tabson goes down to no one. They made a point of trying to do this. And no one, the last player left alive here for Selfless. We take a look at the economy for NRG. A couple of their players sitting pretty on cash. A couple of them looking not so good. We'll see what they do. They can probably spread the weapons out across the board should they wish to.
I reckon just get some pistols into this one. Yeah, actually going to force a couple of weapons. So those guys with the decent amount of cash are going to buy some armor and M4 and Scout on Tabson and Godby. Wouldn't mind seeing that Scout over to Peter. We've seen him do some good work with it throughout Dust2 so far, but it's going to be in the hands of Tabson, so he'll take that duty for himself.
Yeah, they boost him mid to try and find one shot up there, trying to find someone, but it's not going to work out for them because Selfless have gone into long A at the moment. 4 players stacking that long A positioning on the T side. 3 for the CTs on the A site itself. 2 sitting in mid in a quick rotation position. So the potential here to make this work, make something of it. Still no one's pushed through from Selfless. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Plenty of time to work with. They're going to try and force the A site. Looks like it's a good start. Nifty finds a frag. He wants to play around the outside of the smoke. Godby up on top of the box. Finds one. Will he get the second? He can't. The smoke dissipates while he's standing up on top. And now Nifty down to 4 HP as well. Brez finds 2. And that leaves Tabson with the scout in mid. He goes down. And another round over to Selfless here. You would expect NRG forced into an eco this time around. We'll see what they want to do. They didn't fully commit to the last round. They spent some money. Are they going to do the same here?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get just a couple of half buys in a row, which is not necessarily too bad of a result. Allows them to continue putting pressure on Selfless, and despite that round looking pretty easy for Selfless in the end there, definitely NRG, of course, put themselves in a good position here. Maybe just to get a couple of picks and turn things around from there. again, who knows what can happen. And really, at the moment, NRG have started off well with Peter getting one. Tabson is going to go down, but Peter's found two. God B also going to find another. So this could be it. Selfless looking a little shaky in this one, 2 versus 4. They are going to equalize the scoreline somewhat, but still it's a player advantage for NRG. As I say that though, Mitch is able to take down God B, and now really it comes down to Fugly with that AK. He needs to be the one to come up big here, but now Legia has found himself an AK as well, so we're on the board.
They are, and look, they know exactly where the bomb is. They've been forced off here by Mitch, both now onto the same side of lower dark, but a minute on the clock for Mitch to do something, but he really need to come in, find both these frags in a row, and that would be the end of the round. He's going to smoke it out and actually force them back. Fugly fires through the smoke, so does Legia, but look, I'm not sure how much Mitch can do. He's going to grab the bomb. He actually sits right up against the smoke as well. I'm not sure if this is a great idea. Is he just trying to be all sneaky beaky? It's not going to work for him in the end. NRG picks up the round, picks up the game. 16-5, Elfish Guy. Really a convincing win coming out for NRG Esports.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, there was maybe one small bright patch there for Selfless. Right after that pause, they got a few rounds in a row and they actually looked pretty good and made NRG look pretty bad, but that was like maybe 2 or 3 rounds at best. So across the board, NRG have looked much better than Selfless in that one. I don't know what the next map is, but it's definitely going to be tough for Selfless, regardless of what the map is, especially considering it's NRG's pick.
Especially considering it's their pick. Now, ladies and gents, we are going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to be into map number 2.